how well this thing is going to perform. You know, the first trial. June 21st, 2012, the summer solstice. No, nobody's hired. Even for the lowest of low, you can't pay any bills on that, you know, at all, really. I just typed on Facebook. Yeah, pretty much it's for real. And this is how the market works. Whatever they'll work for, or whatever they'll pay, you know. So the lowest dollar amount that they'll pay is what you want to work for. Yet, rent is higher than what you get paid. Oil to heat your house is higher than what they pay you. Insurance is higher than what they pay you. Gas is higher than what they pay you. Electricity is higher than what they pay you. Food is higher than what they pay you. And they wonder why the system's crashing. And it took a long time because for 40 years plus, borrow. If you don't have enough, borrow. Yeah, okay. It doesn't work. There's a mysterious person from Africa, actually. Who's either going to steal from me and I ain't got much to take, or she's going to help me, which would be really great. I'd be really grateful. There's so many scammers, you never know whether somebody's telling you the truth or not. I asked another friend of mine to, because he seemed to be smarter than I am, to check it out. Yeah, it turned into a mess. And like 99% of what that person supposedly had disappeared, which is probably good, because I certainly don't know how to invest in anything right now. But she said she left enough that I might actually be able to do something with it. I ain't talking numbers, I ain't talking names. If it's false, nobody got hurt. If it's real, I don't want anybody to get hurt. Chances are it's false. Years ago, $1,500 a month or something. Nowadays, they want that in just 3 bites. They don't pay near as much. Uruguay is actually going to start selling. The government's actually going to start selling pot to its inhabitants, its citizens, to hopefully keep them off of the harder stuff and keep the nutrients flowing through the government instead of through drug dealers. I might think that's a good idea. Some people get caught up in anything and turn into duds, but those who might eventually turn into flowers, pot allows them to hide underground for a while and do menial jobs and learn. I learned a lot doing menial jobs, and I smoked pot for 20 years to stay sane. Then I had to drink because pot went away and it's illegal, and you know, if they find it in your system, you were unemployable, and if we catch you with it, we're throwing you in jail. Oh man, this is probably the last time I'm going to preach for a little while, because if that lucky strike, miracle from heaven, from Africa, it doesn't show up in my bank account, we spent like a month back and forth, and I finally called in a friend, and that friend wanted that money real bad. If you ever had somebody step in front of you in line and say, me, yeah. He talked to me like, no, it's okay, but you know, you look at all the stuff, the person was not doing nothing about me, he was doing all about giving me the money. Yeah, right. The person did not want to give that person money. They wanted to give me money so I could get something done. And me, I don't trust much because I've been burned my whole life. Remember, hell on earth, you know, I've been burned ever since I got born. A few people like me, I wasn't liked too much by my mother. The whole idea I was born with a sort of sin to her. God damn, how dare you put this burden on me? Yeah, there's a lot worse mothers that have been and still are. I mean, you know, I don't know if I probably did. I probably shared this one. I've seen a lot worse actually. But this guy lived. My mother was very upset that she was stuck with his kid when she was on a trip, so she cut his penis off. You sucker, you're not meant to get no kids. And the Catholics, according to their Bible, say, Daddy says, just keep making babies. It's the way to do it. Daddy would evolution is Daddy's thing. What is necessary, whatever is necessary now. Right now, they're eating us over that crap. It's like tilapia or shrimp. We make lots of them so we can eat them. Yeah, well, if you know that's what they're doing, don't do it. But I might not have descendants. Yeah, you want to be somebody else's food. Daddy is going to love you whether or not you make kids or not. This planet ain't gonna be here forever, and be careful what you do. You know, they also talk about the Indians, the Native Americans and Native Earthlings. This earth is not yours, it's alone. Don't kill it because your descendants ain't gonna be too happy with that, you know. You know, something else I want to do. Hopefully somebody who might be watching this someday might actually be able to help. So I can't even get PayPal to work. I talk to them on the phone, and I send them stuff, and I can't get it to work. I don't understand it, and they can't make me. They send me all, and every time I try and do what they tell me to do, it don't work. I need somebody who knows how to make it work. And if I actually get some money, you know, I've seen several websites where you try and do a good thing, and if you're really good at marketing yourself to the right people, they'll pitch in, and I got enough, yeah, here, have some. But you gotta be good, because ain't nobody gonna give a scoundrel money. You gotta take it if you're a scoundrel. Yeah, working. The one thing I know about myself is I have survived this life without hurting nobody on purpose. I learned to lie a little bit because along the way, the Bible told me I was never supposed to lie, and I didn't, and I got in a lot of trouble for that. So I learned when in Rome, act like the Romans do. Lie when you need to protect self and family. Don't lie to me because, well, I'm not God, but sometimes I feel like you're talking through me, you know what I'm saying? I live in the country, I'll show you again. But right behind me, within 20 feet, we got a main artery. It's like a jugular vein, but not quite. I guess it's saying it's recording, I don't know. I'm not ready to stop talking yet. It'll take a long time for this sucker to load. Now, while I'm waiting for somebody to want to hire me and pay me, there's other things that insist on being paid. The house, I'd like to actually sell and get something out of it. I put like $15,000 into it, and I ain't gonna get a penny. I'd just like to get something. I owe $20,000 on it. I'd like to get something out of it. But they're not in a big hurry. Give me all this information about you. It shows me that you are totally screwed by the recession. Yeah, duh. And I'll make sure you don't get anything, and at least I'll get something out of it. You can do that by repossessing it. I don't live there, so I don't care. And my Jetta, I complained about that one. The thing went crazy and tried to kill people, and nobody gives a flying fuck about that. They fixed it. They say you owe me $600, and when are you gonna pay me, man? Maybe we'll fucking auction it off. Go for it. I thought I wouldn't go get a penny for it after that, and nobody cared anyhow. There's taking everything you can possibly get and not giving a goddamn thing. Yeah, that sounds like a black hole or something. Probably seasons, you know. I'm just supposed to be something that gets eaten and goes away. I'm trying not to go away before I need to, though. I don't expect, in fact, I know I'm not going to be here forever. I always knew that since I was young. A lot of people never get that through their heads in a good way. The good way is do the best you can while you're here without hurting nobody. They never tell you that. At least not the mainstream stuff. My wall does a lot of stuff. I mean, it took a while to build it. It ain't done yet. Each individual is just like each organ. I mean, the stomach does what it does, the brain does what it does, spinal cord does what it does, the bones do what they do. Each bone is specialized. They all do what they do. And your body can't exist without each and every one of them. Same with the earth, by the way. So when you crucify the wrist, just happens to be that one I called on. You pelt the skin, and you wonder why the earth is experiencing such a big problem, and you're the cause at the moment. Earth's been through worse than what you can put it through. But, you know, you're living here, so you're going to face consequences of your own actions. And most of the time, they don't care. In my lifetime, it don't matter. I'll be dead and somebody else deal with it. If I was the guy I had to deal with later, I'd say, you suck, you motherfucker. If I could shoot you now, I would, but I can't because I haven't even been born yet. Meanwhile, they're trying to do whatever they do. I don't always know exactly what they're doing, but there's always good around. It's a question of how much, and Daddy gave evil a head start. You know, that's something he had to do to prove he was bigger than they are. I'll give you a head start. I'll be around. I'll win. I recreated heaven. I kicked you out. Now it's going to be on heaven as it was on earth. On earth as it was in heaven. Yeah. You know, I wish that this power that I feel really has something to do with my real life, because, man, I have no power. I'm basically they're trying to eat me so bad, and nobody wants to hire me. I mean, God, I built something where even being a pizza driver, I could make something happen now. It's really sad, actually.